Hello everyone, welcome back to Institute of Crypto. In the last video, you learned how Bitcoin mining works, why miners exist, how incentives drive them, and how halving enforces scarcity. But today, we go one level deeper. We ask the most important question of all. Why is Bitcoin so difficult to attack? Why can millions of people trust the same ledger without trusting each other? The answer lies in Bitcoin's consensus mechanism. Specifically, proof of work. Today, we will understand why proof of work actually works, what a 51% attack really means, and why Bitcoin confirmations give real security, not blind faith. Let's begin. What is consensus? First, let's define consensus. Consensus simply means agreement on a single version of truth. In Bitcoin, that truth is who owns which Bitcoin, which transactions happened, in what order they happened. There is no central server to decide this, so the big question is, how does everyone agree? The problem. Bitcoin had to solve Bitcoin operates in an open network. Anyone can join, anyone can leave, anyone can send messages. This creates a serious problem. What if someone lies? What if someone shows a fake history? Bitcoin needed a system where truth wins automatically. Cheating becomes irrational. This is where proof of work comes in. Proof of work. The core idea. Proof of work is not about intelligence. It is about cost. The rule is simple. The valid history is the one with the most cumulative work behind it. Work means real computation, real electricity, real hardware, real cost. This turns honesty into the cheapest strategy. How proof of work creates agreement. Every block added requires work. When miners add blocks, they extend the existing chain. They build on top of previous work. Nodes follow one rule. Always accept the chain with the most total proof of work. No voting, no reputation, no identity, only math and energy. Why proof of work is hard to fake. You cannot pretend to do proof of work, because hashing results are verifiable. Anyone can instantly check the work. You cannot reuse old work. You cannot shortcut physics. To rewrite history, you must redo the work. That is the security. Introduction to the 51% attack. Now let's address the famous fear. What if someone controls 51% of the network? This is called a 51% attack. In theory, if an attacker controls the majority of hash power, they could reorganize recent blocks, reverse their own transactions, perform double spending. But theory and reality are very different. What a 51% attack can and cannot do. A 51% attacker can reorder their own transactions, temporarily rewrite recent history. A 51% attacker cannot steal others' Bitcoin, create Bitcoin from nothing, change protocol rules, break cryptography. Even with majority power, control is limited. Why 51% attacks are extremely unrealistic. To attack Bitcoin today, an attacker would need massive mining hardware, enormous electricity supply, billions of dollars, global coordination. And even then, the attack is visible. Confidence collapses, Bitcoin price drops, mining rewards lose value. The attacker destroys the system they invested in. This is economic self-sabotage. Incentives versus attacks. Bitcoin security is not based on hope. It is based on incentives. For miners, honest mining and steady rewards, attacking the network and losses. Proof of work aligns. Rational self-interest with network security. This is why Bitcoin survives. What are confirmations? Now let's talk about confirmations. When your transaction is included in a block. That is one confirmation. Each new block added on top adds another confirmation. Confirmations represent increasing difficulty to reverse history. Why confirmations matter? To reverse a transaction, an attacker must redo the block and every block after it, faster than the honest network. Each confirmation increases required work, increases attack cost exponentially. Time equals security in Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin chose this model. Bitcoin chose proof of work because it is permissionless, leaderless, globally verifiable, battle-tested. It works without identity, borders, or trust. Security emerges from competition. Putting it all together. Bitcoin consensus works because proof of work makes history expensive to change. Majority attacks are economically irrational. Confirmations compound security over time. Bitcoin does not ask you to trust anyone. It asks you to verify. Finality. Probabilistic, not absolute. Bitcoin does not have instant finality. It has probabilistic finality. This means reversal becomes less likely over time. After enough confirmations, reversal is practically impossible. For most use cases, 6 confirmations is considered final, not because of trust, but because of math. So today you learned what consensus really means, why proof of work creates truth, what 51% attacks are, and why they fail. Why confirmations give real security. Bitcoin is secure not because people say it is, but because attacking it makes no economic sense. In the next video, we will explore Bitcoin nodes, full nodes versus light nodes, and finally understand who enforces the rules. If this video helped you see Bitcoin more clearly, like the video, subscribe to Institute of Crypto, and share it with someone who still thinks Bitcoin runs on trust. See you in the next lesson.